What separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream about it? Is it talent, luck, or resources? While these factors may play a role, the true secret lies in something far more accessible: mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, the foundation of your actions, and the driving force behind your decisions. It shapes your beliefs, determines your habits, and influences your ability to overcome challenges. The good news? Mindset isn't fixed. It's something you can develop and refine. In Mindset Edge, Shape a Life of Achievement, you'll embark on a transformative journey to unlock your potential. Each chapter will guide you step by step, helping you reframe your thinking, set meaningful goals, and build habits that drive success. By the end of this book, you'll not only understand the power of mindset, you'll live it. Let's begin shaping your edge. Chapter 1. Awakening the Edge. Understanding the power of mindset. Have you ever wondered why two people facing the same challenge can have completely different outcomes? One rises above adversity with determination, while the other struggles to move forward. The difference often boils down to mindset. Your mindset isn't just a way of thinking, it's the invisible framework that shapes how you interpret your experiences and approach life's opportunities and setbacks. It influences not only how you respond to challenges, but also the goals you pursue and the results you achieve. A fixed mindset sees abilities as static. You're either born with talent or you're not. If something feels hard, it's tempting to believe it's simply not for you. This belief can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where fear of failure prevents you from trying, which in turn reinforces the notion that you're incapable. On the other hand, a growth mindset views challenges as opportunities for improvement. People with a growth mindset understand that effort leads to progress, and that failure isn't a dead end but a stepping stone to success. This perspective shifts everything. It transforms "I can't do this" into "I can't do this yet." That one word, yet, holds the power to change how you see your potential. Take Sarah, for example. As a young professional, Sarah always envied her colleagues who seemed naturally confident and innovative. She saw their accomplishments as evidence of innate talent, something she believed she lacked. When Sarah was assigned a challenging project, her initial reaction was fear. "I'm not creative enough for this," she thought. That self-doubt nearly kept her from starting. But something shifted when her mentor encouraged her to try small steps, brainstorm a few ideas, seek feedback, and adjust along the way. Instead of obsessing over perfection, Sarah embraced the process. By the end, her project wasn't just a success, it opened doors for more opportunities. What changed wasn't Sarah's intelligence or talent, it was her willingness to adopt a growth mindset. She learned that creativity isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop through effort and persistence. The power of mindset is also evident in larger-than-life success stories. Consider Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Many people would have given up after a few failures, convinced that success was out of reach. But Edison's growth mindset kept him focused on learning from each experiment. He reportedly said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset turned potential defeat into a world-changing invention. His story is a reminder that every setback holds the seeds of future success if you're willing to approach it with curiosity and resilience. Mindset shapes not only how you face challenges, but also how you approach opportunities. Imagine being offered a chance to step into a leadership role or start a new venture. A fixed mindset might tell you, "I'm not ready. What if I fail?" The fear of not being perfect or the discomfort of trying something unfamiliar can hold you back. A growth mindset, on the other hand, encourages you to see the opportunity as a chance to learn and grow. Even if it's uncomfortable, the willingness to take that step often leads to unexpected rewards. Each experience becomes a building block, adding to your skills and confidence. Cultivating a growth mindset doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything will work out perfectly. It means acknowledging that growth takes time and effort, and progress isn't always linear. Setbacks are inevitable, but they're not permanent. A growth mindset helps you see challenges as temporary hurdles rather than insurmountable barriers. It's about showing up even when things feel tough, trusting that each small step adds up over time. When you approach life with this mindset, you begin to see challenges as temporary and growth as limitless. So, how do you start awakening your mindset edge? Begin by paying attention to the language you use with yourself. When faced with a challenge, do you say, "I can't," or "I'll try"? Your inner dialogue matters more than you might think. Shifting the narrative from self-doubt to self-empowerment is the first step. Instead of focusing on what you lack, remind yourself of your ability to learn and adapt. For example, if you're struggling with a new skill, replace "I'm terrible at this" with "I'm still learning," and that's okay. These small changes in how you talk to yourself can have a profound impact on your mindset over time. Another way to cultivate a growth mindset is by reflecting on past successes. Think about times when you overcame challenges or learned something new. How did you grow through those experiences? These reflections remind you of your resilience and help you build confidence in your ability to tackle future obstacles. They reinforce the idea that success isn't about innate talent, but about effort and persistence. Surrounding yourself with the right influences can also help. The people you spend time with play a significant role in shaping your mindset. Seek out those who inspire you, encourage growth, and challenge you to be your best. A supportive environment fosters confidence and reminds you of what's possible. Conversely, spending time with people who dwell on negativity or limitations can reinforce self-doubt. Choose your circle wisely. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Mindset transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of small, consistent shifts in how you think and act. There will be moments when doubt creeps in or when old patterns resurface. That's normal. The key is to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Celebrate small wins, and remember that growth is a process, not a destination. Sarah's story teaches us that small shifts in perspective can lead to profound changes. Whether you're tackling a new project, learning a skill, or pursuing a dream, remind yourself that progress is a journey. By embracing a growth mindset, you give yourself permission to try, fail, learn, and ultimately succeed. The journey won't always be easy, but with the right mindset, it will always be worth it. So the next time you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? With every effort, you're not just overcoming obstacles, you're becoming the best version of yourself. To strengthen your mindset edge today, reflect on this. What's one area in your life where you've been holding back, believing it's too hard or not for you? Challenge that belief. Take one small action toward it this week and notice how even the smallest step can build momentum. Remember, mindset isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Each effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you're capable of achieving. Chapter 2. Belief Systems. The Blueprint of Success. What do you tell yourself when no one else is listening? This inner dialogue, often shaped by your belief system, can either propel you toward success or hold you back. Your beliefs act as a blueprint, silently guiding your decisions, behaviors, and ultimately your outcomes. They influence how you view yourself, your potential, and the world around you. The key to unlocking your potential lies in understanding and reshaping these beliefs, turning limiting thoughts into empowering narratives. Beliefs are formed through a combination of past experiences, cultural influences, and repeated patterns of thought. Over time, they become so ingrained that we often mistake them for facts. For example, if someone hears "you're not good at math" repeatedly during childhood, they may carry this belief into adulthood, avoiding situations that challenge their numerical skills. This belief, while unfounded, becomes a self-imposed limitation, shaping the choices they make. Yet beliefs are not set in stone. They can be challenged, reframed, and replaced with empowering alternatives that open new doors to growth and success. Consider Michael, a mid-career professional who believed he wasn't a natural leader. Every time he was offered a chance to lead a team, he turned it down, fearing he would fail. His reluctance wasn't due to a lack of skill, but a belief that had taken root years earlier. During a company workshop, Michael was encouraged to reflect on the origin of this belief. He realized it stemmed from a single event in his early career, when a team project didn't go as planned. He had carried the belief, "I'm not cut out for leadership," ever since, letting it dictate his actions and close off opportunities. With this awareness, Michael began challenging the belief. He reminded himself that leadership isn't about perfection, but about growth and adaptability. He started small, volunteering to lead informal meetings and taking on low-risk projects. These initial steps gave him a safe space to experiment and build confidence. Over time, his mindset shifted. By the end of that year, Michael was managing a major department, proving to himself and others that he was more than capable. Michael's journey shows that changing beliefs is less about erasing the past and more about rewriting the narrative you attach to it. Beliefs can influence not only individual success, but also collective progress. History is full of examples of societies breaking free from limiting beliefs to achieve greatness. Think of the Wright brothers, who defied the widely held belief that human flight was impossible. Their persistence and willingness to challenge conventional thinking changed the course of history. Or Rosa Parks, whose refusal to accept unjust societal norms sparked a movement that reshaped civil rights in America. These individuals remind us that belief systems aren't just personal. They can shape the trajectory of entire communities and generations. But what about those beliefs you don't even realize you have? These are often called limiting beliefs, and they hide in plain sight, disguised as excuses or rationalizations. I'm too old to start something new. I don't have the resources to make this happen. People like me don't succeed. These thoughts aren't truths, they're stories we tell ourselves to stay in our comfort zones. They act as invisible barriers, keeping us from pursuing dreams or taking risks. Identifying and dismantling them is the first step toward change. Rewriting your belief system starts with curiosity. Begin by noticing the language you use when you think about your goals. Are your thoughts encouraging, or do they lean toward self-doubt? When you identify a limiting belief, pause and ask yourself, is this really true? More often than not, the answer will be no. Replace the limiting belief with an empowering one. For instance, I'm too old to learn this can become, I have the experience to approach this with wisdom. These small shifts in language and perspective can have a profound impact over time, gradually reshaping how you see yourself and your capabilities. Let's explore how beliefs can shift in real time. Imagine a student struggling with public speaking. At their core, they believe, I'm just not good at speaking in front of others. This belief holds them back from volunteering in class, sharing ideas at work, or taking opportunities to grow. But when they challenge that belief, perhaps by practicing in a supportive environment, receiving constructive feedback, or celebrating small wins, they begin to replace it with a new one. With practice, I can improve. This small shift opens the door to greater confidence and new possibilities, reinforcing a cycle of positive growth. It's important to note that changing beliefs isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Old patterns may resurface, especially when you're faced with new challenges or moments of doubt. But with awareness and persistence, you can reinforce empowering beliefs that align with your goals. Think of this process as building a muscle. Each time you challenge a limiting belief, you strengthen your ability to think differently. Over time, the effort required diminishes, and new beliefs take root, becoming your default perspective. One practical way to begin this transformation is through journaling. Write down the beliefs you notice holding you back, and challenge their validity. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, I don't have the skills to succeed, ask yourself, what evidence do I have that supports or refutes this? Often, you'll find that limiting beliefs are based more on fear than fact. Once you identify them, rewrite these beliefs in a way that empowers you. Visualization is another powerful tool. Spend a few moments each day imagining yourself embodying the beliefs you want to adopt. Picture yourself handling challenges with confidence, achieving your goals, and thriving in the areas where you once doubted yourself. Visualization helps prime your brain for success, making your new beliefs feel not just possible, but inevitable. Finally, surround yourself with people and environments that reinforce empowering beliefs. The energy and attitudes of those around you can significantly impact your mindset. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that inspire and challenge you to grow. Their encouragement and example can help you stay on track, even when old beliefs try to resurface. Beliefs are the foundation of how we live our lives, but they are not unchangeable. By becoming curious about your inner dialogue, challenging what holds you back, and embracing new, empowering narratives, you can reshape your future. The process may take time, but every small shift brings you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. So what beliefs are guiding your life today? Which ones empower you and which ones hold you back? The choice to rewrite your blueprint is yours, and with it comes the power to transform your life. Here's a practical way to start reshaping your belief system. Take a moment to identify one belief that has been holding you back. Write it down. Then ask yourself these questions. Where did this belief come from? Is it based on facts or fear? How has it impacted my choices? Finally, reframe it into an empowering belief. Write this new belief down and revisit it daily. Over time, you'll notice how this small practice begins to influence your actions and mindset. As you reflect on your own belief system, consider this. What story have you been telling yourself, and how is it shaping your life? Are you ready to rewrite that story and create a blueprint for success? By challenging your limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones, you're laying the foundation for a life of achievement. Remember, your beliefs aren't fixed, they're a choice. Choose to believe in the extraordinary possibilities within you. Chapter 3. Shifting Perspectives. Seeing challenges as opportunities. Why do some people see challenges as insurmountable obstacles, while others see them as stepping stones to growth? The difference lies in perspective. The way you interpret difficulties can transform a problem into an opportunity or leave you feeling stuck. Shifting your perspective isn't just a mental exercise, it's a powerful tool that unlocks resilience, creativity, and progress. Challenges are a natural part of life, yet our initial reaction is often resistance. We view them as disruptions to comfort or proof that we're not capable. This mindset can trap us in fear and frustration, preventing us from seeing the potential hidden within the struggle. Shifting your perspective means stepping back, reframing the situation, and asking a different question. What can I learn from this? Or, how can this make me stronger? Consider the story of Alex, a young entrepreneur. After launching his first business, Alex quickly faced setbacks, missed deadlines, unhappy clients, and financial struggles. He began to question whether he was cut out for entrepreneurship. However, instead of giving up, Alex chose to reflect on what these challenges were teaching him. He realized that his processes needed refining and his communication with clients could improve. By reframing his challenges as lessons, Alex not only salvaged his business, but made it stronger. Today, he credits those tough moments as the turning points that taught him how to succeed. This concept isn't limited to work or big ambitions. It applies to everyday life. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on the way to an important meeting. You could see this as a frustrating delay or use the time to mentally prepare, review your talking points, or practice deep breathing to stay calm. The situation doesn't change, but your perspective does. Suddenly, what felt like a setback becomes an opportunity for preparation. Perspective shifting also applies to relationships. Think about a time when a friend or colleague's comment upset you. Your initial reaction might have been defensive or hurt, but what happens if you step back and ask, what might they be feeling? Or what's their perspective? This shift in focus can help you respond with empathy and understanding, improving communication and connection. One of the most powerful tools for changing perspective is gratitude. When faced with a challenge, take a moment to identify something positive about the situation. For example, losing a job might initially feel like failure, but it can also be a chance to explore a more fulfilling career path. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulty, but it helps you see the bigger picture and focus on what's still within your control. Another example is Serena, who struggled with balancing her demanding job and personal life. She often felt overwhelmed and believed she was failing at both. After talking with a mentor, she started viewing her challenges as an opportunity to practice boundary setting and time management. Instead of seeing her situation as unmanageable, she began to see it as a chance to develop skills that would benefit her long term. This shift didn't make her workload disappear, but it helped her approach it with clarity and purpose. It's important to remember that shifting perspectives takes practice. When you're in the middle of a tough situation, it's natural to feel stuck. In these moments, pause and ask yourself, what's another way to look at this? Or, what would I tell a friend in this situation? These questions create space for new interpretations, making it easier to see challenges in a different light. Here's a practical way to start shifting your perspective. The next time you face a difficulty, write it down. Then, write 3 potential opportunities or lessons hidden within the challenge. For example, if you miss a deadline at work, the opportunities might be learning better time management, improving communication with your team, or understanding the importance of prioritizing tasks. By deliberately reframing the situation, you train your mind to look for growth instead of defeat. As you reflect on this chapter, consider this. What challenge are you currently facing that feels overwhelming? Take a moment to reframe it. What opportunities for growth, learning, or connection might it hold? Challenges are inevitable, but how you choose to see them is entirely up to you. By shifting your perspective, you'll not only overcome obstacles, you'll uncover the hidden opportunities that lie within them. Chapter 4: Goals that Inspire. Crafting a Vision for Achievement. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the promise of a new challenge, a step closer to a dream, or simply the need to keep up with life's demands? Goals are the guiding lights that give our lives direction, but not all goals are created equal. The most impactful goals are those that inspire, a clear vision of what you want to achieve, why it matters, and how it aligns with the life you want to live. At its core, a goal isn't just a destination, it's a roadmap for growth and purpose. Goals that inspire are deeply personal and resonate with your values and passions. They ignite excitement and commitment, making the journey toward achieving them as meaningful as the achievement itself. On the other hand, goals that feel forced or disconnected from your true desires often lead to burnout or frustration. Take Emma, for example. She worked tirelessly in her corporate job, chasing promotions because she thought that's what success looked like, but each milestone left her feeling unfulfilled. It wasn't until she asked herself what truly mattered to her that she discovered her passion for teaching. Emma's new goal, transitioning into a role where she could mentor and inspire others, energized her. She enrolled in a certification program, started volunteering at workshops, and eventually made the leap to a rewarding career in education. Her new goal wasn't just about career advancement. It reflected who she was and what she wanted to contribute to the world. One key to crafting goals that inspire is clarity. Vague goals like be healthier or make more money lack direction and fail to motivate. A clear goal, on the other hand, gives you a specific target to aim for. For example, instead of saying be healthier, you might say run a 5K in 6 months. This goal is specific, measurable, and time-bound, making it easier to track progress and celebrate milestones along the way. Another important element is connection. Goals that inspire must align with your deeper values. Think about what truly matters to you: your family, creativity, freedom, or making a difference. When your goals are rooted in these values, they carry a sense of meaning that fuels perseverance, even when the journey gets tough. Consider Raj, a small business owner. For years, his primary goal was to grow his business as quickly as possible. While he achieved financial success, he felt disconnected from his family and community. After reflecting on his values, Raj shifted his focus to building a business that supported work-life balance and gave back to his neighborhood. He started mentoring young entrepreneurs and sponsoring local events. These new goals didn't just bring success, they brought fulfillment. Goals that inspire are also flexible. Life is unpredictable, and rigid goals can become a source of stress when circumstances change. Being open to adjusting your goals doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're adapting to stay aligned with your vision. For example, if your goal is to launch a new business but financial challenges arise, you might adjust the timeline or focus on smaller steps, like developing a business plan or building a network. One common challenge people face is balancing short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals, like completing a course or saving for a trip, provide quick wins and keep you motivated. Long-term goals, like changing careers or buying a home, require sustained effort and patience. The key is to see these goals as interconnected. Each short-term goal should serve as a building block for the bigger picture. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a forest, and your long-term goal is to reach the mountain on the other side. The mountain is your ultimate destination, but to get there, you need a series of smaller, manageable paths through the trees. These paths are your short-term goals, guiding you step by step toward your vision. Without them, the mountain might feel too distant to even attempt. Now, how do you ensure your goals inspire action? One effective strategy is to visualize the outcome. Picture yourself achieving your goal. How will it feel? How will it change your life? Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a powerful way to reinforce your commitment and clarify why the goal matters. Research shows that vividly imagining success activates the same neural pathways as actually experiencing it, helping you stay motivated and focused. Another strategy is to break your goal into actionable steps. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, the steps might include outlining the chapters, writing 500 words a day, and setting deadlines for each section. Each small accomplishment brings you closer to the bigger picture, building momentum and confidence. As you think about your own goals, ask yourself, what excites you? What aligns with your values? What small steps can you take today to move closer to your vision? Remember, the best goals aren't just about achieving something. They're about becoming someone. They shape who you are and how you show up in the world. To put this into practice, take some time to reflect on a goal you've been considering. Ask yourself why it matters to you and how it fits into the life you want to create. Write down your goal in clear, specific terms and identify one action you can take this week to move toward it. As you embark on this journey, keep your vision in mind. Let it inspire you, guide you, and remind you that every step forward is a step closer to the life you're shaping. Chapter 5. The Discipline Advantage. Building Habits That Stick. Why is it so hard to stick with the changes we want to make? Whether it's exercising regularly, eating healthier, or working on a personal project, our initial enthusiasm often fades, leaving us frustrated and stuck. The answer lies in understanding the power of discipline and the habits it creates. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself into a rigid routine. It's about committing to consistent action that aligns with your goals and values. When paired with the right habits, discipline becomes a tool for lasting change. Discipline often gets a bad reputation. Many people see it as restrictive or joyless, but in reality, discipline creates freedom. When you have the self-control to follow through on what matters most, you free yourself from the chaos of indecision and procrastination. This focus allows you to direct your energy toward what truly matters, building momentum and confidence with each small success. Consider Lily, who struggled with completing her university assignments on time. She often left them until the last minute, feeling stressed and overwhelmed as deadlines loomed. One day, a professor advised her to create a habit of working on assignments for just 30 minutes every morning. At first, it felt awkward and unnatural, but over time, the habit became second nature. By breaking the work into manageable chunks, Lily not only stayed on top of her deadlines, but also improved the quality of her work. This simple habit transformed her academic life, proving that discipline and consistency are more powerful than last-minute sprints. The key to building habits that stick lies in starting small. Grand, sweeping changes can feel overwhelming and unsustainable, but small, consistent actions add up over time. For example, if you want to start exercising, you don't need to spend hours at the gym right away. Begin with a 10-minute walk each day. Once that becomes a habit, you can build on it, increasing the intensity or duration as you go. Habits are like seeds. When planted and nurtured with consistency, they grow into strong routines that shape your daily life. However, not all habits are created equal. Some habits yield greater returns because they act as catalysts for other positive changes. These are often called keystone habits. For example, regular exercise isn't just good for your body, it boosts your mood, increases your energy, and improves focus, which in turn enhances other areas of your life. Another key element of successful habit building is creating an environment that supports your goals. Imagine trying to eat healthier while your kitchen is stocked with junk food. The temptation to revert to old habits is strong because the environment doesn't align with your intentions. On the other hand, if you fill your pantry with nutritious options and prepare meals in advance, making healthy choices becomes easier. Setting up your environment for success removes unnecessary barriers, allowing your habits to take root. Discipline also involves knowing how to navigate setbacks. No one is perfect, and life will inevitably throw obstacles in your path. The secret is to view setbacks as temporary detours rather than permanent failures. Take Chris, for instance, who committed to writing a page of his novel every day. When a particularly busy week derailed his progress, he didn't give up. Instead, he revisited his goal, adjusted his schedule, and picked up where he left off. This flexibility allowed him to keep moving forward, even when things didn't go perfectly. Motivation is another factor that often gets overemphasized in the habit-building process. While motivation can help you get started, it's unreliable in the long run. Some days you'll feel motivated, but on others you won't. Discipline fills the gap, ensuring that you take action regardless of how you feel in the moment. This consistency builds trust in yourself. You prove that you're capable of following through, even when it's hard. One practical strategy for building discipline is tying a new habit to an existing routine. This technique, known as habit stacking, makes it easier to remember and integrate the new behavior. For example, if you want to start meditating, you might do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. Over time, the two actions become linked, and the new habit feels as natural as the old one. As you reflect on discipline and habits, consider this. What small, consistent action could you take today that aligns with your goals? Start with something simple and specific, like drinking a glass of water every morning to improve hydration, or spending 5 minutes journaling to clear your mind. Commit to this habit for 1 week, and observe how it begins to fit seamlessly into your routine. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Each small step builds a foundation for lasting change, bringing you closer to the life you want to create. By embracing the power of habits and staying committed to consistent action, you'll discover that the path to success is built one day and one habit at a time. Chapter 6. Growth in Action. Overcoming fear of failure. What would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? This question often reveals our deepest dreams and ambitions. Yet, the fear of failure stops many of us from taking the first step. Fear whispers that we're not good enough, that failure will define us, or that we'll lose something valuable if we try and don't succeed. But what if failure isn't the enemy? What if it's an essential part of growth? Failure, while uncomfortable, is a natural part of the learning process. It's through mistakes that we discover new ways of thinking, refine our skills, and build resilience. Shifting your perspective on failure, from seeing it as a dead end to viewing it as a stepping stone, unlocks the courage to pursue goals with confidence, knowing that every setback brings valuable lessons. Take Ella, for instance. She always dreamed of starting her own bakery, but hesitated because she feared she wouldn't succeed. One day, after much encouragement from friends, she decided to take the leap. Her first attempt was far from perfect. Her initial menu didn't attract many customers, and she faced unexpected financial challenges. However, instead of giving up, Ella analyzed what went wrong. She realized she needed to understand her local market better and tweak her offerings. Over time, her bakery grew into a community favorite. Looking back, Ella credits her initial failures with teaching her the skills she needed to thrive. This shift in perspective requires embracing a growth mindset, where failure is not seen as a reflection of your worth, but as an opportunity to improve. People with a growth mindset view challenges as temporary and focus on the process rather than the outcome. They understand that skills and abilities can be developed over time with effort and persistence. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times while inventing the light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, Edison responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perspective highlights a key truth. Every failure brings you one step closer to success, as long as you're willing to learn and adapt. However, overcoming the fear of failure isn't always easy. Fear often stems from deeply ingrained beliefs, such as equating failure with personal inadequacy or fearing judgment from others. To counteract this, it's important to reframe failure as feedback. Instead of asking, "What did I do wrong?" Ask, what can I learn from this experience? This subtle shift in thinking transforms failure into a tool for growth. Another way to confront fear is to take small, calculated risks. Start by stepping slightly outside your comfort zone in a way that feels manageable. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, begin by presenting your ideas in a small, supportive group. Each small success builds your confidence and prepares you for bigger challenges. The fear of failure also diminishes when you focus on the journey rather than the destination. Remember that progress is rarely linear. Setbacks and detours are part of the process, but they don't erase your effort or diminish your potential. In fact, they often make success more meaningful because they highlight the perseverance and determination it took to get there. One practical strategy for overcoming fear is to reflect on past experiences where you faced challenges and grown from them. Think of a time when something didn't go as planned, but ultimately taught you an important lesson or led to unexpected opportunities. This reflection helps you see that failure isn't permanent. It's a momentary step on the path to achievement. Consider Daniel, a software developer who hesitated to apply for leadership roles because he feared he lacked the necessary experience. After much internal debate, he decided to apply for a mid-level management position. While he didn't get the job, the interview process provided valuable feedback on areas where he could improve. Daniel used this insight to develop his skills, and within a year, he was offered a leadership role. His initial failure became the foundation for his later success. To build resilience against the fear of failure, surround yourself with supportive people who encourage growth and celebrate effort. Seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who share stories of their own challenges and how they overcame them. Knowing that others have faced similar fears and emerged stronger helps normalize the experience and reminds you that failure is a shared human experience. As you navigate your own journey, remember this: the fear of failure is often louder than the reality of failure itself. The worst-case scenarios we imagine rarely come true, and even when they do, they're rarely as catastrophic as we expect. More often than not, failure provides clarity, direction, and a renewed sense of purpose. Here's a reflection to help you put this chapter into action. What is one goal or dream you've been avoiding because you fear failure? Take a moment to imagine what would happen if you tried and didn't succeed. What lessons might you learn? How could this experience prepare you for future success? Now, think about one small, actionable step you could take toward that goal. The step doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to move you forward. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the path to success. Each time you face your fear, you're not just building skills or achieving goals. You're building the courage to live fully and authentically. Growth isn't about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to become the best version of yourself. Chapter 7. Emotional Mastery. Staying positive through adversity. Have you ever faced a difficult situation and felt overwhelmed by frustration, sadness, or anger? In moments like these, emotions can feel like waves crashing over you, pulling you under. But what if you could navigate those waves with confidence and stay afloat, even when the sea is rough? Emotional mastery is the ability to manage your emotions so that they empower you rather than hold you back. It's not about suppressing what you feel, but learning how to respond in ways that align with your goals and values. Emotions are powerful. They can inspire us to take bold action, deepen our connections with others, or help us appreciate life's beauty. At the same time, they can cloud our judgment, fuel self-doubt, and lead to reactive decisions. The difference lies in how we manage them. Emotional mastery doesn't mean never feeling upset or stressed. It means learning to recognize, understand, and channel those emotions productively. Take the story of Jacob, a manager at a fast-paced company. During an important project, a mistake by one of his team members caused a major delay. Initially, Jacob felt a surge of anger and disappointment. He wanted to lash out, but instead, he took a deep breath and asked himself, "What's the best way to handle this?" By pausing, he shifted from reacting emotionally to responding thoughtfully. He spoke with his team member, focusing on problem-solving rather than assigning blame. This approach not only resolved the issue quickly, but also strengthened trust within the team. Jacob's ability to manage his emotions turned a potentially damaging moment into an opportunity for growth. At the heart of emotional mastery is self-awareness. Recognizing what you're feeling and why is the first step. This might sound simple, but in the heat of the moment, emotions can blur our perception. For instance, you might feel irritated after a tense conversation with a colleague, but beneath that irritation could be fear of being misunderstood or concern about meeting expectations. Understanding the root of your emotions allows you to address the real issue rather than reacting to surface feelings. Another important aspect of emotional mastery is reframing negative emotions. Let's say you're nervous before giving a presentation. Instead of seeing this as a sign of weakness, you could interpret it as excitement, a signal that you care about the outcome. This shift in perspective doesn't eliminate the nervousness, but it helps you harness it in a constructive way. Gratitude is another tool that can help manage emotions during tough times. When faced with adversity, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. However, taking a moment to acknowledge what's still good in your life can provide balance and perspective. For example, if you're going through a career setback, expressing gratitude for supportive friends, good health, or past accomplishments can remind you of your strengths and resources. Consider Maria, a recent graduate who struggled to find a job in her field. Each rejection email felt like a personal failure, and she often found herself spiraling into self-doubt. One day, she decided to shift her focus. Instead of dwelling on the rejections, she began listing 3 things she was grateful for each day. This practice didn't change her circumstances overnight, but it changed how she felt about them. By cultivating gratitude, Maria stayed positive and motivated, eventually landing a position that was a perfect fit for her skills and interests. Building emotional resilience also involves accepting that some situations are beyond your control. While it's natural to want to fix everything, recognizing your limits can free you from unnecessary stress. For example, if a friend makes a hurtful comment, you can't control their words or intentions, but you can control how you respond. Instead of dwelling on the comment, you might choose to have an honest conversation or focus on maintaining your own peace. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to develop emotional mastery. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment, allowing you to observe your emotions without being consumed by them. For instance, if you're feeling anxious, mindfulness might involve taking a few deep breaths, acknowledging the anxiety, and reminding yourself that it will pass. This simple practice creates space between your emotions and your reactions, giving you more control over how you respond. Of course, emotional mastery takes time and practice. There will be moments when you react impulsively or struggle to stay positive, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection but progress. Each time you pause, reflect, or choose a thoughtful response, you're strengthening your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. To start practicing emotional mastery, consider this exercise. The next time you experience a strong emotion, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my goals and values? Writing down your answers can help you identify patterns and develop strategies for managing similar situations in the future. Here's a reflective question to consider. How do you typically respond to challenges or setbacks? What might change if you approach these situations with curiosity and compassion rather than frustration or fear? Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing what you feel. It's about learning to navigate your emotions in a way that empowers you to live authentically and purposefully. With practice, you'll discover that staying positive through adversity isn't just possible, it's transformative. Chapter 8, Focus Power. Directing energy toward what matters. Have you ever felt like you're doing 100 things at once, but accomplishing none of them well? In today's world, distractions are everywhere, pulling us in multiple directions and draining our energy. Focus has become a rare and valuable skill. The ability to direct your energy toward what truly matters and block out the noise. Harnessing the power of focus doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it brings clarity, purpose, and a deeper sense of satisfaction to your life. Focus is about more than just paying attention. It's about prioritizing what aligns with your values and long-term goals while letting go of distractions that don't serve you. Without focus, even the most ambitious plans can get lost in the chaos of competing demands. On the other hand, when you're focused, you can work more efficiently, think more clearly, and make meaningful progress. Take Mia, a freelance graphic designer. At first, Mia tried to juggle every opportunity that came her way, saying yes to every project out of fear of missing out. But the constant switching between tasks left her exhausted and delivering subpar work. After reflecting on her goals, she realized she wanted to specialize in branding for small businesses, a niche she was passionate about. Mia started turning down projects that didn't align with her focus and created a daily schedule to prioritize deep work. The result? She not only delivered higher quality work, but also enjoyed her projects more and built a stronger reputation in her field. One of the biggest obstacles to focus is the overwhelming number of distractions we face every day, especially from technology. Social media notifications, email alerts, and endless news feeds can easily derail even the most determined efforts. While technology itself isn't the enemy, our relationship with it often is. Learning to set boundaries, like turning off non-essential notifications or scheduling specific times for checking messages, can help protect your focus. Focus also requires clarity about what's most important. It's easy to fill your day with tasks that feel urgent but don't actually contribute to your larger goals. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, famously said, "The key is in not spending time, but in investing it." This means identifying your priorities and giving them the attention they deserve. A helpful question to ask yourself is, what's the one thing I can do today that will make the biggest difference? Another critical aspect of focus is learning to say no. This can be difficult, especially if you're someone who values helping others or fears missing out on opportunities. But saying yes to everything often means saying no to the things that matter most. When you're clear on your priorities, it becomes easier to recognize which requests align with your goals and which don't. Saying no respectfully and confidently is a skill that allows you to protect your time and energy for what truly matters. Consider Carlos, a college student balancing part-time work, classes, and a personal goal of writing a novel. At first, Carlos tried to tackle everything at once, staying up late and constantly switching between tasks, but he found himself burned out and making little progress on his novel. After reassessing his priorities, Carlos decided to set aside 30 minutes every morning for writing, treating it as a non-negotiable appointment. He also limited his social media use and focused on studying during dedicated blocks of time. This structured approach allowed him to make steady progress on his novel while maintaining his other commitments. Maintaining focus also means managing your energy, not just your time. Even with the best intentions, it's hard to stay focused if you're running on empty. Pay attention to your energy levels throughout the day and schedule your most important tasks during your peak productivity hours. For some people, this might be early in the morning. For others, it could be late at night. Understanding when you're at your best helps you maximize the quality of your focus. Another key to sustaining focus is giving your brain regular breaks. It might seem counterintuitive, but stepping away from your work periodically can actually improve concentration and creativity. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, are effective for maintaining focus over long periods. Breaks give your mind a chance to recharge, preventing burnout and keeping your attention sharp. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for enhancing focus. By practicing mindfulness, you train your brain to stay present in the moment, reducing the tendency to get distracted by worries about the past or future. Simple practices like deep breathing, meditation, or even a mindful walk can help anchor your attention and improve your ability to focus. As you think about how to cultivate focus in your own life, start by identifying one area where you feel scattered or distracted. Ask yourself, what can I do to eliminate unnecessary distractions? How can I create an environment that supports focus? Whether it's setting boundaries around your time, simplifying your commitments, or scheduling deep work sessions, small changes can make a big difference. To put this into practice, try this. Choose one important task you've been meaning to tackle. Set aside a specific block of time for it. Turn off all distractions and give it your full attention. Notice how it feels to work without interruptions and how much more you can accomplish. Reflect on how you can apply this focused approach to other areas of your life. Here's a question to consider as you move forward. What is one goal or project in your life that deserves your full focus? How can you remove distractions, clarify your priorities, and create the conditions to give it your best energy? Remember, focus is a skill that grows with practice. The more you train your mind to direct energy toward what matters, the more you'll achieve. Not just in terms of results, but in the sense of purpose and fulfillment that comes from knowing you're making meaningful progress. Chapter 9. Momentum Magic: Sustaining Progress Over Time. Have you ever started a new project or habit with excitement, only to see your enthusiasm fade as time went on? Many of us begin with the best intentions, but struggle to keep the momentum alive. Momentum isn't just about starting strong, it's about sustaining consistent effort over time. When you understand how to create and maintain momentum, progress becomes inevitable, and reaching your goals feels more manageable. Momentum is like a rolling snowball. It starts small, but gains size and speed as it moves forward. The key to momentum is consistency. Small, repeated actions build energy and propel you toward your goals, even when motivation wanes. The challenge lies in maintaining that forward motion, especially when obstacles or distractions arise. But with the right strategies, you can turn momentum into a powerful force that drives lasting progress. Think of Anna, a writer who set a goal to complete her first novel. At the beginning, she was full of ideas and excitement, writing pages daily. But as the weeks went on, she hit a wall. Doubts crept in, and her output slowed. Instead of giving up, Anna decided to focus on maintaining momentum, even if her pace was slower. She committed to writing just 200 words a day, an amount that felt manageable even on tough days. Over time, those small efforts added up, and she completed her novel. Anna's story shows that momentum doesn't require giant leaps. It thrives on steady, consistent steps. One way to sustain momentum is by celebrating small wins. When we focus only on the end goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged by how far we still have to go. By breaking your goals into smaller milestones and acknowledging your progress along the way, you build a sense of accomplishment that fuels further effort. For example, if your goal is to save $5,000, celebrating each $500 milestone reinforces the progress you're making and keeps you motivated. Another critical factor in maintaining momentum is accountability. Sharing your goals with someone else, whether it's a friend, mentor, or support group, creates a sense of responsibility to follow through. Knowing that someone else is invested in your progress can provide the push you need to keep going, especially when your motivation dips. Consider Jake, who wanted to improve his fitness. He partnered with a workout buddy who kept him accountable and made the process more enjoyable. This shared commitment helped Jake stick to his routine, even on days when he felt like skipping. Momentum also requires adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected challenges can disrupt your plans. Instead of letting setbacks derail your progress, view them as opportunities to recalibrate. For instance, if you miss a week of workouts due to illness, don't give up entirely. Start again with smaller, manageable goals until you regain your rhythm. Remember, momentum isn't about being perfect. It's about keeping the ball rolling, even if it slows temporarily. Discipline plays a crucial role in sustaining momentum. While motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you moving forward. Discipline means showing up and taking action, even when you don't feel like it. Over time, this consistent effort becomes a habit, and the momentum builds naturally. Think of a musician practicing daily or an athlete training consistently. They don't rely solely on inspiration. Their momentum comes from their discipline and commitment. Visualization is another powerful tool for maintaining momentum. Regularly picturing yourself achieving your goal can help you stay focused and connected to your why. For example, if you're working toward running a marathon, imagine crossing the finish line, feeling strong and accomplished. This mental rehearsal strengthens your commitment and reminds you of the purpose behind your efforts. Environment also plays a significant role in sustaining momentum. Creating a space that supports your goals can make it easier to stay consistent. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious options and remove tempting junk food. If you're building a habit of reading, keep books easily accessible and designate a quiet space for reading. A supportive environment reduces friction and helps momentum flow naturally. Time management is another critical factor. Prioritizing your goals and dedicating specific time blocks to work on them ensures that momentum doesn't get lost in the busyness of daily life. Consider Sam, a full-time employee who wanted to start his own side business. By dedicating 1 hour each evening to his business goals, Sam maintained steady progress without feeling overwhelmed. That consistent effort allowed him to build his business gradually while balancing his other responsibilities. As you think about maintaining momentum, remember that progress isn't always linear. Some days will feel effortless, while others may require more grit. The key is to focus on showing up, even if your efforts feel small. Every action, no matter how minor, contributes to the bigger picture. To put momentum into practice, choose one area in your life where you want to make progress. What small action can you take today to move forward? Commit to repeating that action daily or weekly and track your progress over time. Celebrate the small wins, adjust your approach as needed, and remind yourself of why you started. Momentum isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm that keeps you moving forward. Here's a question to reflect on. What's one goal you've started but struggled to maintain momentum with? What small, consistent action could you commit to today that would reignite your progress? Remember, momentum is your ally. Once it's in motion, it becomes easier to keep moving, turning your goals into achievable realities one step at a time. Chapter 10. Living the Mindset Edge, a Lifetime of Achievement. What does it mean to live with the mindset edge? It means approaching each day with intention, resilience, and the belief that growth is always possible. It's about integrating the principles you've learned into your life, not as temporary fixes, but as lasting habits that shape who you are and how you navigate the world. A mindset edge doesn't guarantee a life free from challenges, but it equips you to face them with confidence and turn them into opportunities for achievement. Living the mindset edge begins with a commitment to continuous learning. Growth isn't a destination, it's an ongoing journey. Each experience, whether it brings success or difficulty, offers a chance to learn more about yourself and refine your approach. People who embrace a growth-oriented mindset understand that their potential isn't fixed. They are willing to step outside their comfort zones, ask questions, and seek opportunities to expand their horizons. Consider the story of David, a successful architect who, despite his achievements, felt unfulfilled. He realized that he had stopped challenging himself and was simply going through the motions. Instead of settling for complacency, David decided to pursue a new goal, learning sustainable design practices to make a positive impact on the environment. This decision reignited his passion for his work and opened doors to new collaborations and projects. David's story illustrates that living the mindset edge means staying curious and open to change, even when you've already achieved a measure of success. Another key aspect of this mindset is resilience. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. What defines a person with the mindset edge isn't the absence of difficulties, but their ability to bounce back stronger. Take Sophia, for example. After being laid off from her job, she initially felt defeated. But instead of dwelling on the loss, she used the time to build new skills and explore career options she had previously ignored. Within months, Sophia found a role that was not only more fulfilling, but also aligned better with her values. Her resilience transformed a challenging situation into a turning point for personal growth. Living with the mindset edge also means prioritizing meaningful relationships. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded people who inspire and challenge you can amplify your growth. Relationships are powerful because they remind you of your purpose and keep you grounded in what matters most. Think of Emma and Jake, a couple who built a small business together. Their shared belief in each other's abilities and their open communication helped them navigate countless obstacles, turning their shared vision into a thriving reality. A vital part of sustaining the mindset edge is celebrating progress while remaining focused on future goals. It's easy to overlook how far you've come when you're constantly striving for the next milestone. Yet, recognizing your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your efforts and motivates you to keep moving forward. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but finding balance between contentment and ambition. Consistency is another cornerstone of living the mindset edge. Even when enthusiasm wanes or life gets hectic, maintaining small, intentional actions keeps you aligned with your goals. For example, if you've cultivated a habit of journaling to reflect on your day, continuing that practice, even during busy periods, ensures you stay connected to your values and aspirations. These consistent actions create a strong foundation that supports long-term growth. Equally important is self-compassion. Living with a mindset edge doesn't mean striving for perfection. There will be days when you fall short, make mistakes, or feel discouraged. Treating yourself with kindness in these moments is essential for maintaining momentum. Remember that setbacks are a natural part of the process and don't define your journey. To sustain this mindset, it's helpful to revisit your why regularly. Why did you set your goals? Why is growth important to you? These questions keep your efforts aligned with your deeper purpose. When challenges arise, reconnecting with your why provides clarity and motivation to push through. To integrate the mindset edge into your life, consider this exercise. Reflect on the journey you've taken throughout this book. What has changed in how you approach challenges, set goals, and view yourself? Write down 3 lessons that have resonated with you the most and how you plan to apply them moving forward. Let these lessons serve as a guide for your continued growth. Here's a final question to ponder. What does success look like for you? Not just in terms of achievements, but in the way you live your life and interact with the world. Living with the mindset edge means shaping a life of achievement that aligns with your values, brings you fulfillment, and inspires those around you. As you move forward, remember that the mindset edge isn't something you acquire and set aside. It's a way of living. Each day offers a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to achieve. With this mindset, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. The journey doesn't end here. It's only the beginning. Embrace it fully and create a life that reflects the best version of yourself. Conclusion. Embracing the mindset edge. Throughout this journey, you've explored the power of mindset and how it shapes your path to achievement. From understanding belief systems to cultivating resilience, building discipline, and sustaining momentum, every chapter has been designed to equip you with tools to create a life of purpose and growth. Living with the mindset edge means approaching challenges as opportunities, celebrating progress, and committing to lifelong learning. It's about making intentional choices that align with your values and moving forward with confidence, no matter the obstacles. Thank you for dedicating your time to this transformative journey. Your willingness to grow is a testament to your potential. If you found these insights helpful, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more empowering content. Remember, your journey doesn't stop here. Keep embracing the mindset edge and shaping the life you deserve.